Hey, it's Teemaree, your best life coach, and this is Your Best podcast where we discover all the paths, the ways, the opportunities for us to have our best and for you to have an opportunity to get into action with me. Now, this time we're going to be talking about help my small business, help for my small business, help for our small businesses. If you listened to last episode, you know that we discussed a little bit about insurance, which is a product that solopreneurs and entrepreneurs can use, but there are different stages and different reasons to use it. So there's nuances, right? And the same is said for small business in general. Man, it's wild. It's wild out there in the world of small business. I mean, we all get into this because we want to be free, because we want to bring forth our ideas, because we want to serve the world in a greater way, because we have just so many ways that we can do things well. And then we get into this small business world, and a lot of times we're smacked down quick at all the different things there are to do. All the different things there are to do. So, when it comes to getting help for business, getting help for our small business in particular. So if you're a solopreneur, if you're a vendor, if you're a consultant, if you're a coach, if you're someone who is in business for yourself, maybe you have a few employees, so you have a small business, or you're a solopreneur. How do you get help for your business? Why would you get help for your business and when? That's what we're talking about right now today. And there's a lot to unpack here. So definitely just make sure you got your tea, your drink, you got your full attention happening, however you're getting this podcast, whether you're watching or whether you're listening, because there's a lot we're going to cover and it's all really powerful. So first off, what can help do? Just like in last episode, we talked a little bit about a specific tool that we can use as solopreneurs or small business owners. And so what small business coaching, what small help for your small business can do is it can help to navigate the different tools that are available. Woohoo! There are different tools available. Some are financial tools, okay, that are going to help us to maybe get access to money that we need, that we just aren't generating ourselves. Sometimes it's going to be help to systems and processes, things, ways to get things done. Sometimes the help is additional resources, right? So it's like, additional resources for our business. Like whether that is a financial resource or it's a resource for marketing or it's a resource for branding, but it's a resource. It's someone that can help, a team, another consultant, another kind of way we can get things done, right? And then there's like actual tools to use, practical tools we can use in our business that we might not know about right now because there are so many and because things are always evolving, right? There's also strategies that help us to achieve our goals in business faster, better, stronger, and longer, right? Because there's a lot of things happening for solopreneurs and small business owners. So let's discuss first some of the things that are happening, right? Because let's be honest, it can be a lot. And you might say, Teemaree, I already know what's happening in my small business, but let me tell you something. Sometimes we're so used to what's happening that we think it is normal. We think that that's the way it's got to be. We think that that's just how it is and how we're going to roll. And I'm here to tell you, no. Here on Your Best, here with Your Best Life Coach, we ain't going to let you just be out in the struggle out there. We ain't going to let you just think that that's just how it has to be because it doesn't have to be this way. There are actually, look, if you are currently working more than enjoying your life, there's a better way. If you are currently doing everything yourself, there's a better way. If you are currently just having things fall between the cracks because there just is not enough time in the day, there aren't enough resources, there isn't enough energy in the day to get everything done, there's better. Doesn't have to be that way. If you are just thinking like you cannot earn enough to pay different people to help you, so you're stuck. You're stuck as this solopreneur, small business owner, self-employed person, and you just are like, I can't get to the next financial level to then now start to actually pay people to help me. There's a better way. But notice, aren't all these things normal? It's normal. It's normal to feel that way as a small business owner, to feel like, hey, I have to do everything myself. I don't make enough money to pay people to help me. That isn't for me. I don't have the time. Because I'm already just strapped with time, right? I don't have the time. Guess what? There's better. So let's just discuss. We've already talked a little bit about what is happening. Look, there's burnout. Okay. Where it's like, I just don't have any more of anything. Don't have any more energy. Don't have any more money. Don't have any more options. I'm just trying to hold on. We've all experienced burnout. If you are a solopreneur, a vendor, a consultant, a small business owner, you're not alone. You're not alone. Okay? Overwhelm. Oh my gosh, overwhelm. Where it's just like, there is so much to do today. I don't even know where to begin. There are so many tasks that needed my attention. I just can't even focus on what to do first or what to do next. So it's just going to have to wait. Or there's life going on. And I'm trying to have this small business, but life right now is crazy. That the house has an issue or is getting remodeled. The kids are out of school. Something happened with my partner or spouse. Finances took a crazy dive, change, turn, and now this is taking my attention. And my small business is just out here. There's overwhelm. There's just a lot, right? And then there's the low sales. Whereas like, okay, you done the 8 million posts. You reached out on your email list. You tried to do the launch. You tried to do the reaching out, and the sales are low. And so is the vibe. Okay, you're not alone. I have experienced this personally on my own small business solopreneur trajectory. Oh my gosh, do I feel it? Do I understand it? Do I know it? I have felt it myself. And then what happens, right? That dream you have, those gifts you have, that blessing that's on your life, the reason why you got into small business or solopreneurship in the first place is now it's hanging on a thread. You're ready to just go back to regular work. You're like, that's it. This is too much. I understand it. I understand literally how you feel. I've gone through it myself. And that's why I not only coach clients now, small business owners and solopreneurs, but why I just feel so passionate about this, because you deserve to have your dream realized. Okay? You deserve to have that. That's a good thing. That's a blessing that's coming through you. You deserve to see that all the way. And all these things that we experience, they happen because we just have like lack of knowledge on certain things. We have lack of tools on certain things. We have lack of resources on certain things, right? I'm gonna give you an example. We might be looking to, and I did this myself, right? So I was looking, when it came to my email marketing, I was looking at these like beautiful newsletters, right? And I love beauty. I love artistry. So of course I was like, I want that for me. I want that for my business. I want to have something that's beautiful and amazing. But it turns out that not all paths are the same. So we might be looking at something like, in this case, I had been looking at really beautiful emails for my business, right? And I was like, I want that. It's beautiful, amazing. I want the beautiful header. I want like it to look just amazing, right? But it turned out that for my business of coaching, that doesn't work. What? Yeah, because there are nuances to this, right? There are nuances to this. And if we don't know the nuances, then what is going to happen is we're looking at maybe that seeming guru on Instagram, that really successful person on Instagram, but we don't realize that depending the stage that we're at in our business, the industry of our business, the tone of our business, the culture, the tone, the vibe, all of these nuances, they actually are a big deal because that is going to help to identify the things we need to do that will be successful for us, right? So how are we going to know that though, right? Because remember, let's rewind. We have burnout, we have overwhelm, we have low sales, we're stressed out to the max already. So these are nuances that we don't know. So that's why I understand and I'm passionate about this, right? Because what do we got to do to succeed? What do we have to do to succeed as small business owners, as solopreneurs, as consultants? I'll tell you something. Well, you need to be clear on your message, right? You need to be clear on your message. Sounds simple, isn't easy. It is not easy when we are emotionally invested, right? If you're emotionally invested, which you are, you're passionate about your business. You're passionate about what you do, the service you provide, your products, right? So yeah, you need to be clear on your message, but doing that alone is so challenging. It is so challenging because our emotions about this change any given point and time in the process, right? When we're burned out, being clear on a message is going to look one way. When we're overwhelmed, being clear on a message might not even be able to happen. When we have low sales, being clear on a message, honey, if you find somebody on Instagram or on YouTube that says, hey, do this, you're going to go and you're going to try it, hoping that it works for you. But straight up, it might not even be what you're supposed to be doing, depending on, what did we say? The industry you're in, the vibe that you've got, the culture of what you're doing, right? The size of your business. This stuff is mind blowing. And I am so passionate about it because it's like, yo, it gets in our way. And if we don't know it, then we're doing a lot of hard work all by ourselves. We're totally overwhelmed. We're emotional. We're burnt out. And we're not even realizing that small tweaks can be really, really powerful. So it's like, oh my gosh, what else do we know? Okay, what else do you need to succeed? You need to succeed. You need to have a plan. You need to have a plan, right? But what kind of plan? How far out should this plan be? When do you make adjustments to your plan? Hey, I'm telling you, yo, it gets deep. It gets deep and it's exciting and it's fun when you're the best life coach on your best podcast, helping your clients, helping your people, right? It is not exciting and fun when you are burnt out, when you have low sales, when you are overwhelmed. Woohoo! Okay, so this is the thing. It's like we need to have a plan. But guess what? There are different plans to have. There are different plans to have. There's the financial plan. There is the marketing plan. There is the plan for customer service. There is the plan for your day, your employees, scheduling. There are plans within the plan. And depending on who we are, what's going on, and what our goals are, the plans are going to look different. So these are the nuances, right? Help my small business. Why do we need help? Why should you get help for your small business? Because these are all real things. What else do we need to succeed? You got to get systems, honey. You got to get systems, and they're beautiful and they're sexy. But what are you talking about? Depending on where you're at in your small business trajectory, in your solopreneurship, in your self-employed life, right? This is what's up. You might not even realize what a system is. Okay. And guess what? It's not your problem. Well, it is your problem, but it's not your fault, because when we get into this life of being self-employed, of being a solopreneur, of being a small business owner, oftentimes we're moving on a dream. We're moving on an impulse. We're moving on something that moves through us that says, go do this. You can succeed. You can do it. But we don't have those other teachings. We don't know. Okay. We don't realize it. So sometimes we don't even know what systems are. And then we start to learn maybe what systems are, but we don't know what systems are best for us, right? So we need systems. Systems help us to do more with less. Systems help us to be consistent with our customers, consistent with our timing, consistent with our employees. System, they help us to look at the finances, to understand what is working and what isn't. There are systems, there's systems, there's systems, but what are they? What should you invest in? When? Why? Should you upgrade systems you currently have? There's a lot to learn. There's a lot of support that you can get. This is what I'm talking about. I'm super passionate about this, man. And then we need to make the right investments. We need to make the right investments. Okay. So here's another aspect of this. What do we need? How do we succeed? Well, we need to make the right investments, but what are those right investments? Because again, just like with the previous example, if we're looking to someone, okay, so many people right now, they look to Gary Vee. Oh, Gary Vee and Gary Vee and Gary Vee. Guess what? Honey, Gary Vee has been up in this game for decades already. All right. So he can tell you 24/7 to do something a certain way, but his business is so far in advance in comparison to where you may be that even though he has good advice, is it good advice for where you are right now? Hey, woohoo! I'm telling you, man, this stuff gets deep. What happens, right? We're looking on Instagram, we're looking on YouTube, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. We want to stay positive. We want to stay focused. We want to stay uplifted, right? But here's the thing. If we look at different people that are already way in advance, I've made this mistake myself. I think, oh, that's a way to have success right now. Here's the thing though. I'm not where they're at. And sometimes me trying to adopt what they're doing at this particular stage of my own personal game doesn't work for me. It doesn't hit, right? So I'll give you an example. Like with Gary Vee. Gary Vee can come rolling up to any camera and he could be disheveled. He could have like whatever look he wants. And trust me, look at any account that I have and you're going to see that I roll how I want to roll. But people know Gary Vee already. Like I said, he's been in this decades in the game. How many people know me? So hopefully they see that I'm real, that I'm authentic, but also there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people out there that they're more impressed if you got makeup on. They're more impressed if you got that high grade camera, if you got those glossy photos, right? Are you one of those people? Would you be watching this podcast if I was just chilling in my sweats with no makeup on? Maybe, maybe not. But this is the point I'm making. I may look to Gary Vee. You may be looking to Gary Vee and be like, yo, I could just roll however I want. But guess what, honey? Gary Vee been in this game. You might not have been. So being able to navigate these very important, powerful nuances is what I'm talking about and why we need help. I give help to small businesses from a very clear, concise, personalized perspective. This isn't about just like sharing or picking up what somebody is doing on social media and saying, hey, try this. No, because there are differences, right? There are differences. So how do you make a right investment? Well, it's going to depend a lot on a few things. Every one of us as solopreneurs, as self-employed people, as small business owners, we have a priority list. Or maybe you're saying, what is a priority list? I'm going to share that with you right now. That is basically a list of things you may want or need, but some feel more important than the other, right? Some are more urgent than others. This is going to help to indicate what type of investment needs to come next. For example, maybe you make products, right? And so like you're really wanting a Cricut machine. You're like, oh my gosh, if I had a Cricut machine, it's going to be on and I would be able to just do so much more. Some people would be like, go out and get that Cricut machine. But being able to know which investment to make and what time has a lot to do with where you're at. Like, are you even selling any products at all? Maybe you need to invest in another type of system to help your business run smoother. We don't know. But this is what getting help for your small business would do, because that priority list is going to be based on a few factors that's personal to your business, to your goals, to where you're at, to what you're earning, etc., right? But we do need to make the right investments, and we need to make them at smart times. So that's what we need to succeed. And that's also why, it's just another path, right? Another path, another way, another thing for us to learn to be more successful. And guidance gets us there. Trying it just on our own, forget about it. Because what do we say? We all know we already have a lot happening. There's times we're burned out. There's times we're overwhelmed. And there's what we don't know, right? So it's like, then what else do we need to succeed? We need to serve our customers consistently. Now, this is one of the biggest things that we suffer from as small business owners, as solopreneurs, okay? And this is why I coach people through this, is because when you're out there doing this, all right, you are one person a lot of the time, or you have a really small team. And usually if you have a really small team, y'all are like family at this point, right? Because you're going through it. You're going through it. Those long days, not enough resources, overwhelmed, burnout, we all emotional. We are just in this boat and the storm is a-coming, okay? But get this. All those are real. You're justified. But that gets in the way of delivering consistent service to the customer, right? Because one day you're super happy. Oh, great. Oh, it's a good day. Hi, how you doing? What's going on? The next day you're super overwhelmed. Hey, how can I help you? What? Right? You're a human being navigating these waters. How can you be consistent with the service that you're giving to your customers so they are getting the same experience over and over again? Right? This is important. It's something we need to have to succeed, but it's really difficult to do when you're the only one out there, right? So maybe you're on point. Ooh, product. And now something else came up. Haven't been products in a while. And I'm telling you right here, I have made these mistakes myself. Okay. And that's why I coach people with small businesses that are solopreneurs, because I understand intimately what happens, where these problems come from, and how to correct them. And I'm always looking for ways that I can help my clients do this with less. And here's why too, because oftentimes there are resources there, but they're already, allotted. They're already there's a plan for those resources. So look, I'm not going to tell you that, it's free to get help. Good help is not free, period. Right? It's not free to get help, but it's important. And getting the right help can not only save you so much time and stress, but it can also make you money. Woohoo! So look, we know the reasons why we might not be able to have the success or be experiencing the success that we want, right? And then we know the things now you're getting, I'm telling you these wonderful things that we need to succeed, right? So where are you at? Where are you at? When it comes to the things that you need to succeed, being clear on your message, having a plan, getting systems, making the right investments, being consistently good with your customers, right? Where are you at? If you're a small business owner or a solopreneur, more often than not, you need some help in most, if not all, the areas. And again, that's not a judgment call. It's just what happens because you're just one person or you're just a small team. That's most likely like family. And so it's hard to keep that going. It's hard until you get the ways to succeed. It's hard until you get the help. I am telling you this. There's no way that I would be able to do all the things I do, to have your best podcast, to be part of Dynamite Jive, to run All's Well Lifestyle, to have best life coaching, to do all the things that I do it would be impossible if I didn't have help to do it, because there's only so much time in the day and we are human beings, right? So some of the turnarounds my clients have had, right, is feeling that ease, which takes care of the overwhelm and stress, right? So feeling that ease of like, okay, first of all, if I don't have a plan, I know my coach has got a plan. I know we're going to work it out together. I know I have help. I know I have a sounding board. I know that I have someone to ask, because that's another thing. Man, you're probably out there like, what is a good email design? Back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. Is this a good social post? Back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. Should I do this new product now or later? Back, forth, back, forth. Hey, it's nice to know that you can ask the question, be like, how does this look? How is this copy? How am I sounding right now? Does this graphic look good? Did I remember everything? Does this make sense? Is this a new good system to invest in right now? What am I missing? It's so good to have that opportunity and to ask someone that has been there, that is succeeding, and that can really coach you, that's not personally involved in what's happening directly. Because that's another thing. You're probably asking your employee, what should we do? They're just as stressed as you. They're just as stressed as you. They might be having like a little moment of clarity, but they're in the same boat with you. So it's best to have somebody that's out. And so my clients have that experience of greater ease. My clients have that experience of getting turned on to different tools they didn't hear about. My clients get experience. They enjoy experiencing opportunities for marketing and things like that are exclusive to them. My clients enjoy being able to have new systems introduced to them and feedback that's direct to their business. Those are the ways that I help to maximize the success for my small business and solopreneur and entrepreneur clients when it comes to business coaching, right? Because we need help. We need help. I'll tell you right now, I shared with you one of the mistakes I was making with email, right? So I was making this mistake and I was like, oh man, like I really, really want it to be beautiful, man. I love for things to be beautiful. My gosh, that's like my favorite. But it just wasn't right for me. It wasn't right for me, right? It just wasn't, because I'm really casual. I'm really casual because I'm still really small, right? With my business dealings, I'm still really small. For as much as I get to do, I'm still really small and intimate with my people. So not only that, but then there was other business nuances, right? Other business nuances based on my industry of coaching, okay? And then also based on the psychology of what's happening with emails and email marketing and how people are feeling and what they think when they see certain things versus other things, right? It gets deep. It gets deep. It gets exciting. So I was able to correct that mistake right away. I was able to be like, okay, no, this isn't working. And this is why, right? But additional information was needed. Because at first, for the longest time, I was emotionally attached to wanting things to be beautiful. To me, that means good service and I want it to look nice and all these things, But then it's like, no, I learned that actually that was not matching the results. And then you have this whole other way of thinking, I think, that a lot of small business owners may struggle with, right? Because then there's the wanting to achieve the profit. How are we feeling around that? There's a lot. So these are some of the things that had been happening. It was based on like some more mistakes that I was making that then I was able to correct. Then some were asking the wrong people. Right? Asking the wrong people. Hey, what do you think about this? Right? Asking your friend, hey, what do you think about this? Is this cool? Does it look good? Baby girl, sir, young man, any of you that are listening, understand this. We care about what our customers think. We do not necessarily care about what our family and friends think. Okay? I'm sorry. I know you might be feeling a certain way, but here is why. Here is why. Our friends and our family, they view us already a certain way. So even if they're cool, even if they're like, yeah, that's so nice. That's so nice that you have a little thing you're doing. That's cool that you have a business. Oh yeah, cool. They still see you from round the way. They still see you from back in the day. They still see you when you were asking them to borrow money, okay? I'm telling you, right? They still see you a certain way, whatever way that is. Good, bad, chill, casual. So they're not going to have that input that you need of what your clients, of what people that want to buy from you, about people that are really going to be connected to you to actually do business with you. Okay. So even that right now, I'm dropping gems, yo. I am dropping gems. Why? Because even that is a level of understanding that many, many small business owners, solopreneur, we don't even know we don't know. We don't even know we don't know this. We just think, hey, we're asking for opinions, right? I heard that you got to ask people first how they're going to feel about it. But did you know that the person that you're asking makes a difference? It makes a difference. So I'm telling you, look, you're out there, you got a dream, you got a product, you got a talent, you got a goal in your heart. And I'm here for it, man. I think that is the highest level of so many things. That's the highest level of spirituality. It's the highest level of service. It's the highest level, man, of personal development. If you are in business for yourself, you are out there just doing all the things because you constantly need to be learning. You constantly need to believe. You constantly need to stay strong. You constantly need to stay creative. I applaud you. I see you. I feel you. I got a heart for you. I want you to win. And so that's why, know this, be encouraged, know that you are doing amazing and that there is more to learn and that you can have it easier and that it is meant for you. And that if you are not succeeding, do not give up, get better help because your best is actually yet to come. Your best is available and your best can be supported. All right. Honestly, like straight up, your best is yet to come. Don't give up. Get better. Get help. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Be sure to subscribe and visit teemaree.com/free for more goodness. Woo!